Yeah, welcome back to another match. We are back on bots. You know what it is. We're up against Dylan. He's taking a Mull, and I'm happy with my hand. He's on Oops, which is a fun deck if you know the history of the Legacy deck and um, what this deck entails. But yeah, it's Oops all spells, so it has no lands in it, all MDFCs, and then you either use a Charbelcher or a card that mills until it finds a land, but it never finds a land, so it mills your entire library, and you win the game by whatever means you need to once your whole deck is in your graveyard. Um, let's see what he's working with over there. There's Multi 5. Got lands. Okay, just all lands. All spells, I should say. Trinisphere is an interesting one against him because it doesn't stop the combo innately, but on his combo turn he needs to cast several spells, so um, it could delay or make his combo turn take longer, which is kind of all we need to really be doing is just slowing him down. The sphere will help do that. Did draw a spell. Nice. um, so I guess we're pretty far ahead, but the thing I'm concerned about is a Belcher having been drawn. Um, so I think we might as well play around that. Um, just thinking mana wise, we'll have 5 mana here. So we could double spell next turn. If we use the Eldrazi Temple for 2 mana, because we'd have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could do like these two next turn just to double spell. But that would mean I'd have to play the Karn this turn, which I don't think it's worth that risk. I think we're better off just making sure the Thought Knot, well, avoiding the worst case scenario of the Belcher. Um, because we're going to kill in like 2 or 3 hits soon enough anyway. So, okay, he's drawing a Dirge. Let's hit that. Notably, the Lodestone wouldn't be an effective way to avoid the Charbelcher given it's not going to tax it at all. So, I think going ahead with the Thought Knot makes sense. So, hand is the same. Get to Waterlog Teachings this turn to get instant or flash card, which I'm not sure what that'll be. Don't think he's got like main deck Abrupt Decay, so that's okay. Okay. Do another 3-drop, so we can double spell this turn if we want to, but again, is it better just to get the Lodestone going? Probably just better to Lodestone here. I think equipping the Nettlecyst next turn will produce lethals before 9. Should be 1 short. Yeah, still gonna stick to the taxing plan. If he taps this, which he probably will, then he'll go to 12. So then the equip of the Nettlecyst here would be 12 damage. So I think that's a good like tiebreaker for this decision. And then yeah, the Talon Gates gets to remove the blocker. So play this, equip this, attack for 12 is the play. assume this Warlock teaching is going to get some kind of interaction. Yeah, okay, I was thinking it might get Worldly, but that's very slow in the face of the Trinisphere and the Lodestone. Okay, it doesn't just jam it. That's quite interesting as well. I thought he might have jammed it and gotten Hermit Druid, but okay, he's drawn Belcher. I'm glad I've chosen a line that can produce lethal this turn. The one life off of this guy is really quite a blessing here. That's going to decide the game. So very tight match so far. Okay, that would have also been +1 damage, but that's okay. No need to overthink it. We've done the math. We know this will be 12 damage. He will not be able to block. And that'll be game 1. So he did have the Belcher that game, but more often than not, his kind of kill will be graveyard oriented with the Spy or the Undercity Informer. So anything like Tormod's Crypt, Cage, Haywire Might's okay because he has Artifact Mana. The Runestone's good. Curse, hit or miss, but can be useful. Actually, this Curse Totem's pretty good, honestly, against Informer or Mana Dorks, which there's quite a few of. I'm just going to bring my entire sideboard at this rate. Okay, let's leave these big boys over here. They're not particularly useful for this matchup. So what don't we want? 71 cards. It's got Shadow Spear. Cut the slow things. So let's cut Forge. Let's cut Golos. Monument. Sundering Titan's terrible. Oops. The Mindbreak Trap's interesting. So a typical combo turn goes play Spy, mill your deck, put Narcomoeba into play, Cabal Therapy you, and then Dread Return. The Cabal Therapy will either name this Mindbreak Trap if Dylan is cognizant of it, which he probably is, or he'll name something different and at least see it and then know to play around it. So this probably isn't gonna actually get its man, assuming Dylan plays around it, which I think he will. So let's not try and get him with that one. Cityscape's a bit over the top. Confluence is a kind of slowish. What else can we cut? Let's cut the hearse. I think that's just a little bit too narrow. Grand Spider, I don't want to actually give him the potential to use that mana. Maybe the Ugin's kind of bad as well. I think this looks pretty reasonable. I'll probably come back to sideboarding, but the time pressure definitely got to me there. This hand is pretty cool. I think the Tolarian art's changed. That's weird. Let's go keep. Question is, how or what am I gonna chuck away to this? Am I just gonna go like this, turn 1, this, then go this, this? Do I even need the Grim? Grim's pretty bad when you've got a Trinisphere. And like, with the Tolarian, the bauble kind of represents a mana already. I think I might just get rid of the Grim, honestly, with the way the hand's lined up. I think this is the best thing to do. Very rare that I just throw away a Grim, but yeah, given the texture of the hand, I think it's right. Okay. So you play this out. But now we do have the option of just playing the sphere. I think I will just run out the sphere and potentially brick him. 10-1 Trinisphere is always nice. Fun for everyone involved. Yeah, let's pass. The Bauble Crack is an interesting question because it kind of represents either a card or a mana due to Tolarian. So like if I draw, I can like play this Runestone and then draw something that costs between 0 and 3 and then play it off of the Tolarian because of the Trinisphere. I think I'd rather just draw the card now. Try and find some pressure because I think we're going to be pretty safe from the combo in the medium term thanks to these two lock pieces. Nice, perfect draw. Okay, back to you. Moto thinks I can play my amulet, but sure as hell cannot. Not a bad opener. Not bad at all. Okay. Shocks this. This feels like a Decay or Assassin's Trophy, most likely. Let's get in for 5. Oof. That is a painful one. Very nice. I think I'd rather store a colorless in this. So let's play this one. Okay, we're kind of behind now. We're not going to die to the combo. I guess excluding another removal spell or another answer to this, but okay, glad to see that. But we do have nothing going on really. But Dylan kindly taking his turn off to Thoughtseize me when my hand is garbage is good. Get a draw step here. It's always a tricky part about sideboarding against these kind of combo decks that you can bring in like so many different lock pieces, and you obviously need to be cutting stuff like Mystic Forge just given the texture of the games. So yeah, it's you often have a lot of hands that kind of lead to this point when nothing's really going on, and you just wish you like I would wish that I had access to a something like a Mystic Forge at this point, but I do not. Okay. So this Liberator is pretty annoying. Um, do I just phase it out? I guess I like don't mind trying to threaten to phase it out, and then at least that might prompt Dylan to just kill this if he's got the combat, got the kill. As where if I use this, like I really, he just gets a clean 2 for 1 by me spending this and then him killing this, and I just have this Talon Gates which isn't really doing much. At least if I play the Talon Gates now, it's kind of ramping me. I guess I'll do that, but it's not exciting. It's also a bit awkward if I draw like a Devour of Destiny, for example, sorcery speed way to kill this thing, then I won't have a great opportunity to target it. Yeah, he just lets it go. I think it's right. Okay, you're a strip mine. Don't think I want to use this just as a strip mine, but I'll think about it. Actually, I might just, yeah, I'm gonna be killing this anyway, given it's gonna go to nighttime and the attack, threatening the attack is pretty bad for me, so let's kill this off. This will kill this. Yep, pretty good. And then do I just want to Boseiju strip mine? Probably. It's bad against Belcher, but it also like there's not that many Belchers. Like he's a lot more likely to find a creature than a Belcher. Let's kill this one. Taking him off of green this turn could also be relevant, so I don't mind doing it this way. Plays a Chrome Mox. Okay, it's got the spy. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. Can't crack this because I don't have Metalcraft, so I'm pretty much dead here. I'll let Dylan do the kill just to demonstrate. But yeah. I could have held this to bluff something, but he's going to Cabal Therapy it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm happy just to make the game go quicker and let Dylan know that he can just kill me. He's got 2 cards in hand, so he could have potentially some awkward, like 2 bricks in hand could make it awkward for him, but even then he's still certainly capable of putting together a kill with all the options that the deck has. It's got stuff like Memory's Journey to just set up another 3 cards on top of your library. And when you've got your whole deck, you've got access to everything in your deck, it's pretty easy to imagine 3 cards that put together a win. But yeah, what happens, I'll just kind of talk through what Zillion's done. So he went, put Narcomoeba into play, Cabal Therapy me, he has Bridge from Below, which says when a creature dies, you get a token. So when he Cabal Therapied the Narcomoeba away, brought back a Poxwalker, which is also another thing that comes back when you flashback. So it gives him enough creatures that he can Dread Return back a Thoracle and take the game. Okay, let's reconsider what do we really want here. Big stuff's not too exciting. Maybe the Golos isn't that bad. I guess like the hardest thing here is like striking the right balance of things that are useful against like the quick kills, but so like making sure you don't die to the quick kills by like playing a relevant lock piece. but also finding something to actually close out the game, which was more so a problem in that game, that we just sort of drew a couple too many lands. He killed the one threat we had, and then yeah, we didn't really achieve a lot more beyond that. That said, I don't really know what I want to do differently. Um, oops. Like, yes, Mystic Forge would have been good in that game, but I think there's enough pressure and like Thought-Knot Seers and Lodestones and Khans that can actually close out the game, that I don't think I'm over committing to just locking him out instead of actually killing. So I think it's all okay. Maybe the Confluence is not bad because it does pick off a creature. You could like flicker a Chrome Mox maybe and invalidate it. And it does make some creatures as well, which attack, not obviously not the best attackers, but they do a little bit of damage and ramp you up. I just don't know what I would. Maybe the Tormod script is on the play. I'm gonna have like, I'm not as desperate on the play to put in multiple lock pieces. Like maybe I'll cut the Tormod script with the Confluence to take out some of the creatures that'll come in. I'll just go with that. Yeah, Force of Vigor was pretty brutal. Definitely the best card he could have had there to catch him back up. Ready, game 3. I think I like this hand. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. Okay, what do we want to do? Ugin Lab's pretty good. So there's a couple ways we can play this. We can either make a lot of power and like lock up a pretty sturdy kill. I mean, put a lot of power into play and like make sure we've got a good clock by playing Saga, and then um, going from making tokens and then going from there. Or we can like see if we want to prioritize a quick Tezzeret into like a Vexing Bauble or some kind of lock piece. I think the Saga naturally ticking down to the 3rd chapter by turn 3 on the play is going to be fine. So let's just let it, like, trust that that's going to be good enough. Let's grab the lab. Play the Saga. And we'll pass. And if Dylan does go, like, tap land, okay, tap land's fine. I think I'll stick to the plan in that case. But if he did go, like, untap land Mana Vault, and I was, like, more afraid of the combo kill, then, yeah, we could pivot and maybe Rashad and port him, or play Tezzeret. Okay, let's stick to the plan. Hopefully we don't just get Dark Ritual killed, but that's what we're signing up for. But yeah, if we do get to untap, we go like Saga, make another Saga, Mana Vault, Tez, grab a lock piece, have like 12 power in play. Okay. I might have manifested it. Yep, there it is. Okay, well, that's the nature of the matchup. So what, I guess, yeah, for what we could have done differently, the line could have been that we go turn 1 City, turn 2 Ugin's Lab, Tez minus, go get Vexing Bauble, and that would have left us a little bit safer around this, but it also just commits, like, it throws away the City of Traders. Yeah. I think given, like, turn 1 tap land, it's pretty unlikely he's holding, like, a +3 mana spell, which is only really Mana Vault or Dark Writ. Oh, okay, yes, to Cabal Therapy is own Thoracle, but that's fine. So yeah, I think I stand by the choice, but obviously he had the nuts. There's the Hogak. It's a cool deck that even if like you can sign the Thoracle trigger, he still has like a bunch of power in play from the bridge, which means he gets to he can just like Memory's Journey to survive an extra turn, or at least 3 more turns, and then just beat you up with a Hogak. So that will be the match once this Thoracle trigger resolves. And we will learn our lesson that his deck's very explosive. Not bad. Turn 2 kill. Whoever hates Storm, I've got a new deck for you guys to hate. Turn 2 killing with this deck, kind of nice. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.